It'll all get planted eventually. Hey there guys, welcome back to Calico Cow Acres. I'm Mickayla, and today we're back in the garden. Yay! The garden videos are my favorite ones to film because I get to be outside and enjoying myself in the actually nice weather today. It is not hot. It's like in the 70s, low 70s. There's a nice breeze. It's actually pretty windy out here. It's Friday night right now. We have plans to go do something tomorrow evening with friends. We don't often leave on weekends to go do things for long periods of time other than running to the store and whatnot. But it'll be a fun thing to go hang out with some friends. So that's why I'm starting this video tonight. Usually we film on Saturdays. This weekend is the weekend that we want to get everything planted. We're definitely safe from frost at this point. Sorry locals if I jinx that, but I'm like 110% sure it's not going to frost. We're going to plant everything out tomorrow as much as we possibly can. In order to be able to do that tomorrow, we need to prep beds tonight. So you can see back there, I still have a handful of beds that are tarped, and I'm actually gonna bring you over there right now and show you what those look like underneath the tarps, because those are beds that I didn't get tarped over the winter, and so I tarped them once spring came around and they already had stuff growing in them. So you can see that there was stuff growing in here. It is pretty dead looking. The roots might still be alive. I've decided I'm just gonna get these tilled up so that we can easily plant in them tomorrow. The soil's looking pretty nice. It's a lot better than last year. Still kind of sticks together because it's mostly clay, but definitely better. Hi Edith. Hi Edith, what are you doing? The main goal of the evening is to get these last beds tilled up. This one's gonna be tomatillos and ground cherries and eggplants, and I don't really have those quite ready yet. This one's gonna be beans, so that one needs to get done tonight. These two over here are gonna be melons and edamame, so those are getting done tonight. This is gonna be corn and beans. That one's getting done tonight. That one over there that Taylor worked on last weekend, it needs to be redone in some spots just because it was really heavily full of grass and he couldn't quite get the tiller to do as well in some spots. So we need to do some of that, and if we have time we'll do this one just to say it's done, but this one's the last one we're going to be doing. A little bit of an update from our last garden video. All of this is now planted out with squash, pumpkins, some corn, which I think I showed you, sunflowers, and then I also interplanted a ton of nasturtium seeds mixed in here. They're not like the long vining kind, they're mounding, but they're like the red and yellow ones still. I planted one with every single squash and pumpkin plant in hopes that it might help with pests, but also I feel like it's just gonna be really pretty if they bloom and whatnot, so having it like a sea of big melons, big squash and pumpkin leaves with nasturtiums mixed in sounds really cool. be able to see this, but there are so many ants in here. The ducks are just having a big old snack.
In Perry, no gables and eaves, 4,000 square feet just to fill up things I don't need.
Do you see all this clay? I just find this funny. Soil is significantly better, significantly less solid clay than last year, but it is still a lot of clay. This might sound silly, but you know that thing that dogs do after they poop sometimes where they like rub their feet on the grass? That's me out here trying to get this clay off my boots half the time. It's pretty funny. So those two over there that I did, I couldn't really rake them super well because they're super soggy. This one's a little bit more dry. I think I might be able to rake this one in so it's kind of level at least.
I know to some it makes no sense, but I'm not living just to pay my debts. I've got nothing against that white picket fence or those big American trees. On we go down the endless road.
I just wanted to show you the tiller keeps clogging up because it's been so rainy here. So I'm having to like pause and just peel this clay out of here. I'm gonna pull this out of here. Can you hear it? I think that's going to be the last bed I do tonight. So this is like the biggest sloped area of our garden. The bottom here is like sopping wet and up here is decently fluffy. So it's just kind of funny to see. We'll have to be careful. I might add some sandy topsoil to this area because all of the soil likes to fall down this way since it's down the hill. But this stays so much nicer up here, so much drier. Look at that. Those need to be picked. Like I said, I think that's gonna be the last one I do tonight. I need to go inside and do dinner, get the kitchen cleaned up a little bit. I am working on a gift for a friend, which I might show you in one of the next videos. And yeah, just kind of have a chill night. And in case you guys have been wondering what the sound in the background is, what have you been up to?
I was cutting out a lot of little stumps along this fence line. These fence lines were even more overgrown when we first got here.
They were trees.
Yeah, there was like, you know, decent sized trees here. And last year, I forget why exactly, but I didn't cut them all off at the ground. So there was a lot of stumps and they're starting to regrow stuff. So just cutting all the stumps out. There's one more big one to do, but I have run out of Sawzall blades. Get some more blades and finish. It's really just that big stump that's left.
Yeah, it's looking really good, minus my pile of tarps.
And I took out a couple trees there.
It's starting to look so pretty. I show this view to Instagram basically on a daily basis, but you guys don't get to see this whole view very often. This is garden update. It's really green now. Okay, I'm actually going inside now. All right, friends. It is a few days later.
3 days later.
It turns out that doing this the other night, yes, it's still there. No, I didn't pick it up. Was a lot for my body. I've mentioned before that tilling kind of just really takes a toll on my body. That's why we're trying to get away from it in future years and incorporating getting away from it this year. It's not the reality for all of the beds this year though. As you can probably hear, Taylor has the lawnmower out. We are going to be adding some topsoil and compost to these beds because they are still very, this one in particular, they are still very, very sticky clay, and with all the rain we've had, with all the rain we're about to have, it's looking like another week filled with thunderstorms. It hurt my back a lot to try and till this very heavy, basically sticky mud and rake it. And that's why I needed a few days of a break from this. So we didn't really do much Saturday or Sunday out here. If it starts to hurt, I'll move on to something else. But we got things that need to be planted, people. Look at this. This all needs to be planted. That's not including the direct sown things. That's just the started stuff. So we are going to, Taylor's gonna help me. We're gonna use the lawnmower to haul things, and hopefully that makes it doable. So I'm thinking we'll probably need 2 loads of the topsoil.
Okay.
How can we know what tomorrow holds? I know this life gets so heavy, so I'll carry it with you. And I know you'll carry me too. And we'll be home wherever we sunrise view will always be near each morning when I wake up with you. Someday we'll have our own acre. We'll have a garden and a shed for your tools. But for now there's no rush, 'cause we've still got so much left to see. On we go.
Topsoil. I'm gonna rake this out really quick. Taylor's going to mow. Mowing used to happen and it's only sprinkling right now, so we might as well do it before it starts raining or if it rains later in the week. So I am gonna rake out the topsoil and then I'm gonna go get compost and add it to the beds as well. And then hopefully I'll be able to till it in. We'll kind of see, the weather is iffy. It's barely sprinkling right now. If it starts raining, I'm gonna have to put you guys away.
I know this life gets so heavy, so I'll carry it with you. And I know you'll carry me too. And we'll be home wherever we roam.
The reason I'm adding more organic material to this and a sandier soil. Hello. So I want to get more organic material mixed into this, and then we'll eventually get it mulched so that this does not keep happening. Are you eating all the bugs? Thank you. Okay, so I've got this spread out decently up there too, and I'm just gonna go grab some compost from that pile right there, add it to the top. Oh my god, it's raining. That might be the best thing I've ever caught on film. Oh my goodness. I'd like to say that doesn't happen often, but it does. I'm a very clumsy person. The rain stopped again, so I'm gonna keep on doing compost until either I'm done or it gets dark or starts raining again. Edith, she is the most adventurous duck. Everybody else hangs out in one spot and she wanders off and does her own thing. I'm out of breath. I got topsoil and compost on all of the beds that I already have uncovered. This one's still covered up. I need to get it uncovered though because we got some tomatillos this weekend from a local nursery that already, unlike mine, those things are ready to go in the ground. They have really big fruit on them already. I'll probably work on getting that one uncovered and set up tomorrow, and then if I have time I will get to planting. So I can't remember if I already said this, but what's going in these beds are melons, edamame, green beans, and tomatillos, artichokes, ground cherries, things like that. This big bed's gonna be the tomatillos, ground cherries, and artichokes. The big bed next to that I already have prepped is beans, and then those two smaller ones back there are melons and edamame. Hopefully I'll be able to get the planting things tomorrow, especially since it's going to be raining for the next week or so again. It's supposed to storm like the whole next week again. The trade-off there is I don't have to water plants, but I also, depending on the amount of rain, I might not be able to plant anything that needs to go in the ground. So it'll all get planted eventually. The rain has stopped yet again. Let's plant some things. We are not messing around this year. We remembered what our favorites were from last year. That was Blue Lake, Dragon's Tongue, and then I also just got this mixed bean package because why not add a little color in there? So we probably won't use all of these. This is a half-pound package. It's massive. I already used them last year. This is the bed that goes down the hill, kind of, and so that bottom part was the part that was really muddy. We're gonna put corn up here, and we're doing lima beans down there. The corn I did in little rows, just like we did up there in the patch, hoping that that will kind of hold some of the water for a little bit instead of just letting it all puddle down there. I don't know if it's gonna work, but it's worth a shot. Look how soupy this is. It's like pudding.
Sounds great.
The ducks would probably love this.
Don't say that too loud.
Rose, come here. Rose, I got mud for you. This is all of the melons we have to work with. We have watermelons, cantaloupes, and one honeydew, I believe. And then some vine peach melons, which I like to feed to the chickens. The moon and stars, sugar baby, Minnesota midget, pedigree styrinus, I don't know how to say that, and the vine peach. Those are gonna go on our big tunnel over there. Rose, don't eat my beans. And so in this bed right here, I'm gonna try and plant probably not all of these, but at least a few of them. We're gonna do Sweet Siberian, Leelanau Sweet Glow, Charleston Gray, Hales Cantaloupe, Edisto 47, and the Honeymoon Honeydew Melon. I think I'm gonna start with these two because they're definitely the biggest ones. Oh yeah!
At least another row.
Yeah, go for it. So pretty out here. It's getting fog.
Sorry.
Are you ready now?
Yep.
Okay. It's getting foggy out here. It's extremely humid. My hair is like moist, not from my sweat, just from the air. There's fog everywhere. The camera's fogging up and I'm exhausted.
Them too.
We got most of our biggest beds planted tonight. I think we got four beds planted of edamame, some green beans, like bush beans. We got the next corn bed ready. What'd you plant down there? Lima beans? And I planted melons all over the place. I planted some on our big tunnel, in the hugelkultur bed, and then in the bed that I showed you. And then we did a bunch of cleanup afterwards, and he went and worked on other projects, so a lot going on, and we are ready to go eat dinner. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye, guys.